CATIA V5 interactive grid modeling. So within my previous video, I discussed grid modeling. Now we're going to take a look at interactive grid modeling. The functionality will be the same. The main difference is that with interactive grid modeling, we can specify a certain region from the mesh that we want to deform. So for example, over here I have the Stanford bunny head. If I will go for interactive grid modeling, we're going to see that by default, all the operations will be grayed out. That means that initially we need to select what exactly we want to deform. We can also see that within the bottom corner. So we are prompted to use the mouse and interactively create a box for selection. For example, if I will do a rectangle select and I will grab the bunny ears like this, we're going to see that afterwards within the grid modeling, we can activate the deform. And that will enable us to do the deformation. So now the functionality will be the same like I showed you within my previous video for normal grid modeling. That means I can select, for example, over here the face, and I can stretch the bunny ears. And we're going to see how that mesh will look when this will be stretched. Or we can do a rotation. For the rotation, in this case, I will need to select, for example, the other axis over here, which will be the T direction in this case. And that will allow me to twist the bunny ears. So as we can see, the twisted mesh will look like this. On the bottom, where we're going to have that twisted section, we're going to see some artifacts on the model. Again, we can enable the dynamic update. So I encourage you to check my previous video if you want to see more information regarding basic grid modeling. For now, I will click cancel for this, because one of the main advantage of interactive grid modeling is the fact that we can make use of multiple meshes and have them deform at the same time using the same grid. So I will go over here from the import. I have the Blender monkey head over here ready for import. I will just click apply. We're gonna see the monkey head over here. I will just overlap it to the bunny head. So I will select it. Afterwards, I will go to edit. And if I will move this along the vertical axis, we're gonna see how that will be positioned closer to the bunny head. And afterwards, if I will rotate the monkey head, so let me just search the axis for this. So like this, and I will rotate it once again over here on the vertical axis. Now I will leave the compass back to the default state. And now we see that over here we have an overlap between the monkey head, the monkey ear, and the bunny ear. Therefore, I can enable the interactive grid modeling. And if I will do a rectangle selection, that will include both the monkey head and the bunny head, we're going to see that we can deform both meshes at the same time. We see them selected over here within the product tray. And the same principle, so I will click on deform. And afterwards, for example, if I would want to scale them, I have the possibility to scale them upwards. And we're going to see how that will look. Or I have the possibility to translate them. Or in this case, if I want to do another rotation on the same t-axis, we're going to see how we can slightly twist them. So if you want to twist them even more, you can go ahead, select the same axis, and we're going to see how that those meshes will be twisted. So both the bunny ear, both the monkey head will be deformed. Okay, so I hope that you find this content useful. I will position a similar video over here on the left. I will add this to the CATIA V5 tips and tricks. And I will also add the subscribe button over here. So regarding Shape Sculptor, we only have the last mesh morphing to discuss. So that's it. Thanks for watching.